Sorry guys, I messed up and stopped my camera. I'm doing my 2-point perspective video. I put my horizon line up high on the page. So you just line your ruler up here, put in your first line, okay? Then bring that down. I'm going to zoom in so you can see this a little bit better. And I apologize for the camera. It seems to want to keep focusing. We'll get in a little closer. There we go. That should give us a better look at what we're doing. Okay, now it's 2-point perspective, so remember you want 2 vanishing points. I'll set this clip here so it's got something to focus on. You want 1 point here on the left. I make an X, and another point here on the right. Now it's really important that you use these X's properly and you draw everything back that needs to go back exactly to that point. So down here toward the bottom of the page now, I'm going to set this clip in here so it's got something to focus on. Down here toward the bottom of the page, I'm going to start out by making my first line for my building. I'm going to zoom out a little bit so you can see the whole thing a little better. Alright, so we're going to start right here, base. I'm going to make a straight line up. That's going to be the first line for my first building. Now, from the bottom of this space, from the bottom of this line, I'm going to draw back to my vanishing point. Now it's going to look a little steep just because of the angle. Don't worry about it, it's still right. Then I'm going to draw another line back to the right to be the other side of the building. Now the sides don't have to be the same size, so this side could be just a bit longer. Okay, see that? Alright, now from the top, do the same thing. Now I'm going to have to guesstimate just where to stop, so I think right about there should be good. Okay, and then on the right, I do the same thing. Measure exactly back to the vanishing point. Now we're going to go parallel line down, so I'm going to match it up with this center line. I'm going to drag my ruler out to where I want it. Is the ruler parallel to this line? And yes it is, so I can go ahead and put my line in. Now I'm going to do the same thing over here on the left. I'm going to pull that ruler out. Is that parallel to the center line here? Yes it is. So go ahead and put that in. Now you may have to clean a few things up. As we look at this here has a little bit of extra, but now I realize that I didn't set up my sidewalk lines. So I can go back in on my base and take in my sidewalk lines. So they can go like that. And then we go back again on the left, like so. And there we go. Now, with the vanishing point up high, we can actually see the roof of the building. So I'm going to go from the far right top corner of the building and go back to the left vanishing point. And then I'm going to go from the top left corner back to the far right vanishing point. Remember, double check, make sure everything lines up. Okay. Now I've got a little extra piece of building here. I just go in, take it out with the eraser, and I should be fine. I'm going to take this little tab out too. There's my first building. Now, if I want to make a second building, I'll just decide where my placement is. I'm going to bring it up a little higher. Straight line down. Here we go. I'm sorry, my camera's doing some funky stuff. Got to give it something to focus on. All right. There we go. Now I'm going to go back to my vanishing point here on the right. We're going to make this building even bigger, like so. Now, do I need to go back on the left? No, because I have my sidewalk line in. So now I just need to go back from the top. So from the top of this line, I'm going back to the right to the vanishing point. Double check. Everything looks good. There we go. From the right or from the left, you go from the top. And I go back to the point, like so. And then I go, and I do my sides. So I measure, slide my ruler out. Is my ruler line here parallel to this line? Yes, it is. So I go ahead and put that in. Same thing over here. Is my ruler, making sure my ruler's parallel with this line. And it looks pretty parallel here and here. So we go like that. Now, from the far left, we got to go back to the vanishing point so we can see the roof. Make sure, double check, everything looks good. Kind of guesstimate there where to stop. Now from the far right of the building, we go back to the left. So here we go. Everything matches up. Bang, there we go. Now if you look right here, that's an extra bit of line that we need to erase. So I'm going to go in, erase that line. Remember, my drawing is dark, so it shows up good on the video. Yours may be a little lighter than that. But there you go. So far, so good. Now, we'll put another building right here, and I'm going to bring that one up above the horizon line. So, we'll to the center line first. We're going to go taller than the horizon line. That changes a few things for us. Now I go from the bottom of this line to the left. Okay. Now I don't need to go from the bottom to the right because that already exists. Now instead of going up to my vanishing point, because I went over the horizon line here, I have to go down and to the left. So it should look something like that. And now we're going to go down and to the right. It's going to look something like that. I'm sorry, my camera keeps having fits. Down and to the right. Now, let's make our sides. Are we parallel? Parallel here to here. Yes, we are. So let's go straight down. Parallel here to here. Yes, we are. So we're going to draw straight down. And there we have it. Now, a couple of things we need to erase. We no longer need to have the horizon line right here, so we'll take that out. And right here, so we take that out. All right, we'll brush the crumbs off. And there we have it. We have 3 buildings. Now, what I like is to have at least a minimum of 5. I think the more buildings, the better. So let's do a few background buildings. We're just going to put one behind this building right here. We're just going to go like this. Background buildings are fairly simple. So you have your line there. And then we draw back to the vanishing point to the left. As far as we want to go. That looks pretty good right there. Then back and to the right. And that looks pretty good right there. Now, because the bottom of the building is covered up, we just go parallel line down, and then parallel line down on this side. Now again, we don't need the vanishing point anymore, or not the vanishing point, the horizon line. We still need the vanishing point. Don't get rid of that. That's important. There's the horizon line. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4 buildings. Now a fifth building, we can tuck that in. We can put that over here. We can put it in here. We can put it over there. I think for our purposes, we will throw one more small building right over here. So I'll start with a line right here. Okay. Now from the bottom, I got to go back to the right. Like so. From the top, I also have to go back to the right. Like so. From the top, I also have to go back to the left. Like so. And now we do our parallel lines. So make sure that your line is parallel and your ruler is parallel, and then draw straight down. Stop when you hit the building. Then straight down. Stop when you hit the building. Also, erase the horizon line once you've drawn past that. Okay. There we go. Now, we can also put some buildings back here. So I'm going to put a straight line down. We'll make it a little smaller. Like that. All right, now I'm going to go back to the left, or back to the left from the bottom of that line, right here. Then back to the right from the bottom of that line, here. Then back to the right. Now look, we're below the horizon line, so we got to show the roof. And we go back to the left. Okay. Now, we got to kind of imagine where that roof might be, so I'm going to draw from the far right of where I think that line's going to end, where that line is going to be, and then to the far left of this. So like this. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 buildings. We can put a 7th one in over on this side. Straight line down. There we go. It's real simple. On the right, we're going to draw back to the left. Or I mean, on the top of this line, we're going to the left vanishing point. I'm sorry. My words confused even me. Now on the right, now this is going to be kind of an extreme angle, but it is the right way to do it. It's going to look a little funny, but you got to trust me, that's the right angle for that line. Straight line down, parallel with this line. I need to go back to the left from here. Okay. Like so. And now I need to make a straight line down from this line here, straight line down till I hit the building. There we go. And now we have created the layout for our city block. And I have 7 buildings. The next thing I want to do is maybe think about sidewalks and windows and doors. So we'll attack that in the next video. Okay? So I will talk to you guys later. Hope we have a great day today.